Blue sky bulls, congrats everybody. Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. Altcoins are stronger than I would have anticipated today, just because Bitcoin usually gets a strong spotlight when it first gets those all-time highs, but not the case. Some names are certainly outperforming it. So we'll look at what names are standing out with clear setups for us to be watching into the rest of the year. And game plans. We need to be knowing where we're looking to take profit. The last thing we want to be doing is making those decisions in the heat of the moment when our emotions are guiding those decisions. So let's look at the charts and talk about some stuff. So there's the Bitcoin daily chart. The 12-hour EMA 12 is going to be my short-term guide, as it has been performing very well since the daily bull break of the equilibrium took place at 44,000. So I can look and say, okay, anything above 61.3 is a higher low. EMA 12 is a guide. 4-hour time frame, we've got space for a higher low. Anything above 63.5K. Hourly consolidation is now underway. It's a potential hourly bull flag at this point, and we're watching back burner trades. So again, at this point, ideally, what I think is the ideal setup, depending on, your time, your experience as a trader and all that. If you don't have a whole lot of time, you're just in swing positions, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But being in a core long-term no touch, being in a swing position that is looking to capitalize on this short-term run, short-term meaning, the last month into the next few months, or the last few months into potentially the next couple months, and then cash for day trading opportunities. So I am watching for back burner bounce plays. The next time Bitcoin hits 5-minute oversold, I'll be watching for a bounce there. I'm going to be watching for Ethereum 5-minute oversold conditions, any altcoin that's run significantly, pretty much any coin that is shaping up for a clear hourly higher low with tons of space to work with. I'm scouting 5-minute oversold conditions to help us pinpoint that hourly higher low. So that's the way that I'm approaching the space. And my game plan for taking profit will be watching for euphoria and blow off top scenarios. What is a blow off top? It's when, and again, go back and look historically. You can look at stocks. There's a lot more stock examples that come to my mind, but we've got, CGC in 2018 heading into Canadian legalization. TLRY at $300 was a blow off top. Essentially, you see the bulls pushed up with no support levels and consolidation nearby on the weekly, daily, 4-hour, hourly time frame. It's often marked by a volume climax, by a massive last push up. And that massive last push up could be a 5% 15-minute candle on Bitcoin, just as an example. And you see this last massive volume push up, and then there is nobody left to buy, and you drop down with a very significant pullback. And what I am looking for at that point forward will be a 10%, 15% plus drop on Bitcoin, hourly oversold, maybe even 4-hour oversold conditions, a solid bounce from those levels, and then you establish a 15% range to trade within for days. And when that happens, I will then look for the altcoins to get a bit more attention. Altcoins love sideways Bitcoin. And even on this 15-minute time frame where Bitcoin was trading sideways here just a couple hours ago, Litecoin broke out, Ethereum broke out, Sol broke out. They were already seeing strength because of this move up, but they just leapfrogged Bitcoin. Bitcoin's gains on the day are 3%. Now you got all these names that are up 2 to 3 times that much. And they saw a significant leg up while Bitcoin was seeing 15-minute consolidation. And again, sideways, no fear. It's just sideways or healthy consolidation, and altcoins get a solid push. So this is a great environment to be in as far as the bull. It's an extremely bullish environment, and we're going to start seeing money thrown around where this name's going to run, then this name's going to run. And as long as Bitcoin's not seeing fear, as long as we're seeing healthy consolidation on the way up and holding our uptrends and our EMA supports, then we're going to look for this environment to continue. The S&P 500 tested all-time highs today and rejected, but it's still right there. And again, we just want to keep an eye on the market as a whole because euphoria is returning, certainly in the crypto space, but in the stock market world as well to a certain degree. So we're looking for hourly higher lows. We're watching short-term back burners. I'm interested in 5-minute oversold. I'm interested in hourly oversold. When we get them, the dominance chart is still strong. I'm watching this 4-hour uptrend, which may be lost here. We've been in a 4-hour uptrend the past few days. And if it's time for daily consolidation, there's tons of space for a daily higher low. But again, there's a scenario. And if I'm an altcoin bull, what I want to see is the dominance chart unable to break 48.92 and just remain within this tightening range. And that would give altcoin bulls a very solid run if that happens, in my opinion. If you pull back for a couple of weeks while Bitcoin maintains a daily uptrend. Essentially, if you're an altcoin bull, you want to see the dominance chart lose the daily uptrend. Tons of space for a daily high or low next time we pull back. You want to see the daily uptrend lost in the dominance chart, and you want to see Bitcoin maintain the daily uptrend, because that just means the altcoins, means Bitcoin's going up, altcoins are going up faster. So keeping an eye out for daily consolidation, and need to see a loss of the daily uptrend for alt season, in my opinion. ETH USD, daily bull break, inside bar, and nice move up. 40.30 broke, so weekly resistance, and now we're just looking at the all-time high, 43.84. And again, bulls are extremely strong with a clear daily uptrend, a lot of space for a 4-hour high or low. We've got hourly consolidation underway right now. It's trying to be a bull flag. And again, I'm being patient because I've got all the positions I want for swing trading and long-term no touch, which means the only thing I'm interested in is trades coming to me for short-term high probability. And so I'm not itching here to enter on a bull flag. You know, what if this keeps going up without me and it doesn't get to 5-minute oversold? I don't care at all because I benefit greatly if that happens. So that's the psychological mindset that I'm in, and having those positions that are based on different time frames helps with that. I've got positions based on monthly, I've got positions based on the weekly, and my short-term positions will be based on whatever time frame triggers the trade, whether it's the 5-minute or the hourly being oversold. ETH BTC getting my attention. Why? A number of reasons. Number one, a lower low with no follow through. Granted, the bounce isn't very significant at this point, but the bear break is lacking follow through, and the most likely scenario that I've been talking about for weeks for me is a higher low on the 2-week time frame. And again, if the dominance chart sets a lower high on that weekly, ETH BTC will set a higher low here and see a multiple week bounce. And that would be great for all-time highs on ETH. If we bounce on ETH BTC while Bitcoin's in a daily uptrend, Ethereum will have its turn at all-time highs. So we're just watching for this daily chart to shape up for a more notable momentum shift. We can say anything under 668 is just a lower high, but we're watching very closely because, again, things move fast in the crypto space. When euphoria and momentum get going, come on, TradingView. So ETH BTC, I was just watching to see if there's a 12-hour falling wedge to keep an eye on. And not a real good one. I love falling wedges on BTC pairings to mark shifts in momentum because it shows us a notable shift. I don't like this pattern. So I guess I would keep an eye on this, but it's going to be the daily trend change needed and 2-week higher low on ETH BTC. And we're very confident Ethereum's going to get an all-time high here. It's just a question of when. LTC, daily bull break, inside bar bull break, and getting big follow through today. And again, you look at the leaderboard as far as the names I'm tracking, and it's number 2 right now. And it's comical because we have a chat room with the chart guys that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and then we have one for altcoins. And it's those big 3 because it originated in 2017 when those were the names to be playing. And we always will have someone say, you know, why is Litecoin here? Why is Litecoin still in this room? And to the T, every single time someone asks that, Litecoin breaks out within the next 24 hours. It's like clockwork. So Litecoin, this morning, someone asked, you know, why is Litecoin still in this channel? And then Litecoin rips 6% from there very quickly. So we'll be watching for an hourly higher low. We'll be watching for 5-minute back burners. And again, you can just see the power where the LTC BTC bounce on the daily is hardly taking place. So the power is there if the BTC pairing sees a multiple day bull move from oversold daily conditions. That's when we can just see this massive run on the US dollar pairings. So at this point in time, you know, this LTC BTC chart is still, I'm ignoring this wick here, but it's still very weak. Just like the ETH BTC chart, still a ton of work to do. I'm looking at resistance of 3263. It's still a clear downtrend and multiple days of follow through are needed. So what we would have to see is hourly continuation, 4-hour uptrends being confirmed. And you just have to be cautious that they're, you know, one-off pumps, that they pump real quick and that the BTC pairings don't see any follow through. You have to see confirmed uptrends on these BTC pairings for the name to stay in the spotlight for a significant amount of time. And we'll just go right to ADA because keep an eye on ADA. It's ready for its turn. And again, I don't know when its turn is going to come, but it will come. And we got a nice tight daily range, and the bulls have to break 225 and then 238 to follow through. But why I'm watching is the ADA BTC chart is crushed. And there's a clear pattern of a lower high every single day. And again, aside from one little day here, this pattern has been intact for over 3 weeks at this point. There will come a time where this pattern breaks with a big green candle. And even if it's just one daily candle, it can have a double-digit percentage move on the underlying US dollar pairing if it breaks this equilibrium bull. So a bull right now could be in positions and just basing their stop on 208 here and saying, well, if 208 breaks, we lose the daily high or low, and I don't want to be in that position. And that way you don't have to sit there and try and time it as to when it's going to be Cardano's turn here. But that is a potential, and now that I'm saying this, I'm thinking I want to do that. So I'm probably going to grab a position here and put my stop under 208 with a little bit of wiggle room. I'll probably stick it under 207. And if I stop out, I get back some Bitcoin and Ethereum swing trade profits. And if I don't stop out, that means we're going to break out and I'm going to see a 10% plus move. All about the BTC pairing. Has to break bullish. 4-hour EMA 12 and EMA 26 has been a great guide. It's not ready yet, but watching closely. So USDT, nice bull break. We've been highlighting this as one major one to watch. Again, the two altcoins, the two kind of altcoins that I want to watch are names with crushed BTC pairings and names that are close proximity to all-time highs. That's pretty much my criteria for paying attention. We got a weekly equilibrium with the higher low set, and here we go 177.79 resistance coming into play, and then we'll be looking up to the all-time high if that level breaks. BTC pairing is still way weaker, but it's due for a weekly higher low, trying to hold EMA 12 support. In the daily chart, we got a falling wedge here. Let's go to the 12-hour, a little bit more detail. Let's put some lines on some charts. Watch this. I wish it was a bit tighter. 279 is a key short-term resistance level, but I'd be keeping an eye on this. And again, when it's Sol's turn for all-time highs, pending any kind of significant surprise, which we always have to be aware of, can always happen, but we'll be looking for Ethereum to make an all-time high run, Sol to make an all-time high run, and these BTC pairings will have to be giving us those clues that those runs are taking place. SHIB USDT, maintaining daily higher lows. We just set a lower high, so the way that I'm viewing this is high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, and bulls are trying to set a higher low quickly, anything above 2333. EMA 12 support still, bulls certainly still in control, and bulls are looking for a break of 2963 to continue the daily uptrend. So SHIB will probably get a turn at some point. SHIB BTC, base of support trying to be established. And again, it's looking for a weekly higher low. It's a double bottom. I take that back. It's multiple weekly inside bars. If this double bottom holds, we prevent from confirming a daily downtrend. So key base that the bulls need to maintain to try and keep that US dollar pairing favorable for the bulls, which it certainly still is at this point. So congrats, bulls. Again, you don't want to overtrade. You know, if this is your first cycle, don't overtrade this cycle. You have to watch a cycle and learn the lessons to be able to apply it to the next cycle. I know traders that stumbled around 2017, 2018, and are killing it on this second cycle because they learned all the mistakes that previous time around. So again, I can't stress enough, having longer term swing positions based on weekly uptrends or daily uptrends. Have profit targets. If your profit target is 100,000, sell it 95.9. Don't wait for that round number that everybody's going to be watching. Have criteria. I will sell if we hit this level, or I will sell if this happens to the downside. That's all I got for now. Write down your game plans. Again, the last thing you want to be doing is making decisions in the heat of the moment where flashing numbers and prices are determining your highly emotional decisions. Sol, ADA, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are the names that I'm watching. Do good things. Here's a video that has been in high demand. It's back. See you next time. The Chart Guys. Technical analysis. No FUD, no FOMO. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. All-time high.
Let's get off.
Trade like a robot. Higher low, lower high. Are we in a bubble? The Bulls versus the Bears. Stick to the chart. All time